Hello, third graders. Today, our learning targets are: I can read the informational passage, water pollution, to determine the main idea and supporting details. And I can reference the text to answer text-dependent questions. Today, you will read the informational passage, water pollution, and record at least one main idea and one supporting detail from the section. Then you will read and answer text-dependent questions using the text water pollution. You will need water pollution, and then you will also need your journal pages for water around the world, pages 1 and 2, and a pencil. First, let's read water pollution. Water pollution. Did you know that the water we use today is the same water the dinosaurs used? We cannot create new water. For millions of years, the water we have has been used again and again. We have been able to do this because there are natural cycles that clean the water each time we use it. People are polluting our water. Businesses and cities dump chemicals and waste products into our rivers, lakes, and oceans. People throw trash, furniture, garbage, old tires, cars, old fencing, anything they can think of into the water. People also pollute the water by accident by allowing their cars to leak oil and gas onto the ground. That oil and gas eventually washes into the water during rainstorms and when people clean their driveways off with water. Acid rain, caused when the pollution in the air mixes with rain, falls and poisons water on the surface of the earth. Beneath the earth are layers of dirt and rock that act as containers for water. We call them aquifers. Rainwater drains through the soil into the aquifers. We call the water in the aquifer groundwater. Groundwater supplies wells and springs. It is a very important source of water for all the plants and animals. Acid rain soaks into the soil. Like clean rainwater, it drains down into the aquifer through layers of rock that clean the water. However, the acid eats away at much of the rock and does not allow the water to filter properly. So when it reaches the groundwater, the acid rain pollutes it. It becomes unusable. What is the cure for acid rain? We have to clean up the air. Now that we've read the text, let's think about it. What is the main idea of water pollution? And how do you know? What are the supporting details? Pause the video now and think about these two questions. Remember, to answer the question, how do you know, make sure you look back in the text and reference the evidence. Pause the video now. Now that you've thought about it, let's talk about it. With a family member or friend, talk about these questions. What do you think the main idea of the text, water pollution, is? What details did you find to support the main idea? Remember, always go back and reference the text for evidence to support your ideas. Pause the video now and talk about this with a family member or friend. Now that you've thought about it, let's write about it. After we write about it, we will continue the lesson. So pause the video and write in your journal, add at least one main idea and supporting detail from the text, water pollution. Pause the video now. Now that you've written down your main idea and supporting details, let's talk about these questions. What does the text say is an issue people are facing with water pollution? How does the problem affect people? Pause the video now and talk about it. Now, let's write about these questions and record your ideas in your journal. On page 2, complete the research note catcher. Again, the questions are: what is the issue? people are facing with water? How does the problem affect people? What are some ways to solve the problem? And why is it important to solve the problem? And then record the title and author of the article you've just read. When you're finished recording all of your ideas, share it with your teacher or a family member or friend. This is now the end of the lesson. Thank you, third graders.